Hi everyone, this is Veera. Before going to our session, I want to thanks to everyone for watching this video. Today our agenda is Forces, which is part of our Cloud Fusion financial configuration. So what is Forces? Forces is the calendar, currency and chart of accounts and accounting conventional method. So apart from that, so we can cover the basic ledger configuration also. So let's try to create the calendar. So before that, so why we need to create the forces? Just you can take one Excel here. I can explain. Just 1 minute. Let me take one Excel. Okay. So if you are seeing this Excel, so while entering any manual journal entry, okay. So what is that? So which columns we required? One is the date column we required, and list of accounts, which is our particulars, and our debit currency and our credit currency and amounts, right? So here, if you're coming to here, the date is nothing but your calendar, okay? And the currency, INR is nothing but your currency, okay? And the list of companies or list of accounts or list of departments, whatever it may be. So as for their requirement, business requirement, they can define the number of segments and etc. So this is called chart of accounts, and this is a accounting method. So the accounting conversion method, you have like two tabs, right? So one is the standard accrual and one is the standard cash. So still, if you want, a customer wants to create any custom accounting method, so you can have a flexibility to create the accounting method as a custom in the Oracle Cloud. So first we'll see how to create the calendar. Okay, let's go to instance and we'll see the how to create the calendar in all. So go to home page, setup and maintenance. Go to financial research. So this is our offering, right? So financially the offering. So you can select your offering as a financial. Okay. So actually the chart of accounts is shared across the all the offerings. So that's why you can able to see all these menus and so what is that functions, everything here also, right? In the procurement also you can see, and in the financial also you can see. So let's go to financial. Okay. So I'm selecting offering as a financial. Now coming to financial reporting structure. So you can able to see here. So manage accounting calendar. Just click the manage accounting calendar here. Okay. So just click add button. So you can give the some calendar name. Okay. For example, I want to maintain some calendar. Okay. Data financial calendar. Okay. So you can give the description. So here all star indicators are mandatory, remaining are not mandatory. Okay. What is the start date of your calendar? Okay. So you can give the start date of the calendar. Okay, and what is the frequency of the calendar? Is it this calendar is belongs to weekly calendar, monthly calendar, or quarterly, whatever? So let's create for monthly. And this is a user-defined prefix, and you can use the separator. How do you want to separate your calendar dates and all? So you can able to see that start date is the we have an oblique. So hyphen or you want to oblique, so like that. And what is the format of the calendar? So which format do you want to use for this calendar? And what is the first period of this calendar? So I entered as a start date as a 1st January 2023. So my first period is the Jan 23. Okay. And are you going to use the same calendar for your budget control also? Okay. So then you can enable this. So normally some business cases what happens? So they will use the separate calendar for their budget and separate calendar for their financial. Okay. So if you want to use the same calendar for both, then you can enable that. So you can use the same calendar for budget and financial. So I don't want to use any budget control now. So I want to use only financial. Here you can select the existing period. So, okay. So how do you want to generate our existing period? Okay. You can go there and you can see the existing period. So once at the beginning of the year and once at the end of the year. So do you want to do adjustment periods for the year? Then we can select this one. So what happened? The system will create initially one adjustment period. At the year end, it will create one more adjustment period. Okay, it depends on your requirement. Business requirement, you have to select the which option they want to, which how many adjustment periods they want to create. So you can select this one. So I want only one set year end. So then you can select the one set. So before that, what is the purpose of the adjustment period? To enter any adjustment journals in GL, okay, you can use the adjustment period. Okay, what is the reason behind that? For example, your all financial periods are closed, which is closed. So maybe all the periods, Jan to December is closed. Okay, still you have some uh, uh, transactions are there which is not entered. So in this case, to reopen the financial periods is very long process. So in this case, what are the adjustment transactions are there? So you can enter into the adjustment period. Okay. Just click next button here. So you can able to see the period name and period number and quarter number, start date, end date. Okay. So for the adjustment period, the flag is enabled. So that means this is the my adjustment period. So if you see here, so the adjustment date also it's showing as a only one date. From date is the 31st and to date also 31st December. Okay. So normally the adjustment period will contain only one day. Okay. So if you want to add some prefix here, okay, you can add it. So what happened? So by seeing only this period is a adjustment I can identify. Okay. Just you can save and close. So normally we have two types of calendars. One is the financial calendar and one is the fiscal calendar. So if you're coming to financial calendar, that is a Jan to December. Okay. So just you can search it. Yeah. So financial calendar is a Jan to December. If you're coming to fiscal calendar, so some companies maybe like Indian companies and all, so they can use the calendar as April to March. So in this case, we can call it as a fiscal calendar. So it's completely depends on your business requirement. How do you want to create your calendar? How many periods do you need? Okay, what is that from date and to dates? It's completely depends on your. So once the calendar is created, so you cannot do anything here. So once the calendar is created and once the assigned to the ledger, so you cannot do anything. Okay, so next year, so no need to create any calendar here, just you can click the add year. Okay, this is like a one time setup for your ledger. So if you want to add one more year, just you can click the add year. So the system automatically it's creating again same. So okay, for 2024 Jan to December, and one is the adjustment period. So you can able to see the adjustment flag also for the adjustment period. Just you can save and close. So what is next one? So what is next one means our forces is having next one is the currency. So go to currency. So Oracle is already provided seeded currencies. You can use the same currencies. Okay. So go to manage currencies here. So you can see all the list of currencies which is already provided by Oracle. So you can call it as a seeded currency. Still, if you want to create any new currency, you can create the new currency here by adding this one. Okay, you can enter the currency code, currency name, description, and enable. Are you going to use this currency? Then you have to enable the flag. Okay, and what is the start date and what is the end date? So if you don't want to use in future, so you can give the some end date also. Okay, but I'm not defining any custom currency here. So already we have a number of currencies which is provided by Oracle, so I can use the seeded one. So let's take a INR here. So you can able to see the INR. Okay, sometimes what happens, so maybe if the currency is not in the list while creating the ledger, so maybe someone is disabled this one, we have to check this setup. Okay, so if this is enabled, then in this case definitely you can able to see in the currency field while creating a ledger and all. Okay, this is fine. And next one, so what is my chart of accounts? Okay, so chart of accounts is what is that? So going to Excel again. So if you see here, so you know how to create the calendar, what is the currency, how to configure the currency also you got it. Now list of accounts. Okay, what is that? So for example, we have a salary account. This is called account, and we have a one more account called cash account, two account, right? So for this one, which company, which department, which location are you going to enter this time? So these all are will treat as a segments. Okay. For ABC, some company is a Tata, for example, Tata Corporation or something. You can take. So this is my company. Okay. So, and salary account. So we can use the salary account. This is salary account. So this is belongs to account segment and department. Which department? Okay. And like this, you can maintain number of segments. So you can call it as these all are segments. Okay. So for each description, we have some code. Okay. For example, if you're coming to company, so we have one code 101. So it is like unique code. You can enter any code. Okay. And for salary account, so we have a one code, some unique code. And cash account, we have a one code. And revenue account, we have a one code. And finance department, we have a one code. Okay. So code is nothing but value. So now what happened while creating system, how it will create the entry. So we'll see now. So for example, for company, which company? Tata Corporation. So it will create like this 101. And salary account is what? So which code? 10301. And finance department. So this is my debit account. Okay. And the next one is same. So this is my cash account. What is the code here? Okay. So you can enter the same account, same company you are using, and cash account only we're changing here. Okay. So this is my cash account, and remaining combination is the same. Remaining values are the same department and all. Okay. And this is my credit. So the system will create like this. So what is this? 101 is a one code. Okay. So like a value. So this one we can call it as a code combination. Okay. This is we can call it as a code combination. Now we'll see how to create the segments and how to assign the values to the segments. We will see that. Okay. So let's go to chart of accounts now. So first we need to create the value set. Okay, so all the values are, so whatever the values you have, for example, if you're taking account segment, so we have one value for the salary account, we have one value for the cash account, we have one value. So all the values we have to enter in the value set. Okay, so let's try to create the value set here first, then we can assign all the values into the that value set. Okay, so go to instance and go to come to manage chart of accounts value set. So before going to value set here, okay, what happened? We have a flexible, no, yeah. So we have this one. So let's try to create the value set first. We'll see. Okay, yeah, Tata underscore. Now I'm going to create value set for my company. So as for this sheet, okay. So Tata underscore company. Okay. So you can use the same description. Okay, and this value set is belongs to which module. Okay, so you can select as a general ledger. Okay, so I can use general ledger application. Okay, this fine. Then what is the validation type? Okay, so validation, we have different types of validations are there. So like format, independent, dependent, subset, value. Okay, for example, if you are selecting as a validation type as independent, that means the nature of this value set is a independent. So I can use any segment as an independent segment by assigning this value set to the segment. Okay, so what is the segment and all, we'll see later. So what I'm trying to say here, the value set nature is the independent. Okay, so I want to select as a independent. Remaining is a value data type. So are you going to use the character, number, date, and etc. etc. So let's take character. And what is the value set type? So I want to maintain as a text. Okay, and what is the maximum length? So how many characters do you want to use? For example, if you're taking Excel, so for example, this company, okay, how many code, what is the code? 101. So how many characters are there here? 3 characters are there, right? So you can give the value set size as a 3. So if you want to 5, so it will create as a 5. So it's completely depends on your business requirements. Okay, before going to implement, so you have to capture the entire information from the business. How, what is the character size and everything. So how many segments and everything you have to capture. Okay, once you save this one, okay, just you can save it. So the next one is what is the minimum value and what is the maximum value. So what happened? So you can configure the values from this value to this value, okay, and uppercase only. So do you want to use all the but descriptions uppercases only, and then you can use the uppercases. Then in this case what happened, you have a combination of initially entered as a uppercase, right, and after that you enter small case. So will with the uppercase means it will create all the description, total description as the uppercase end. So zero fields, for example, what is zero field means, for example, you have a one value, okay, 101, so our company, okay. For example, I have one more company which is the value is belongs to 10. So in this case what happened, so if you are not selecting zero field, okay, if you are not enabling the zero field, the system will create for 10 only. So it will not add any zero here as a prefix. If you are enabling the zero field, then what happened, the system initially it will add the zero because this is the three characters, okay. So this is the way it will work actually. It's completely depends on your business requirement. How do you want to define your value set and all, just you can save and close, okay. So the same way you have to create the value set for your account department, so all the one. So let's try to create one more value set for your account. Okay, so this is the account, so we can give the same description of this, and this is also same, so general ledger. So remaining is the same, so validation types and everything is the same, okay. So I think I forgot this one. So independent I explained, but dependent. So what is the dependent means? It is the dependent value on the independent. So for example, you have a segment called product and sub-product. Okay. So in this case, what happens? So one is the independent and one is the dependent. So what happened? The segment depends on the independent segments. So like this, that is the dependent. If you are taking as a table, so this is like completely calculation purpose for your SQL and all. So you can use that. Okay, and this is the other one. Subset means I'm not no. So we'll see that what is the subset in that. Okay, I don't know actually what is this. Okay, so let's create for independent now, and the next one is validation type. So everything is the same. Okay, and so I want to use my account as a 5 characters. Okay, so in this case you can enter the 5 and save and close. So you can create one more value set. So what is that? So go to Excel department. Okay. Okay, you can select the application general ledger. So this is the data security resource name is there. Okay, okay, and security enable is there. So which is usual for your security rule, and this one also for reporting purpose. Okay, so we'll see this one. So right now I'm creating basic to value set. Okay, and what is the, for example, we need 4 characters. Then you can enter the 4. Okay, so if you want to more segments, so you can create the all the segments like this only. For example, if you take this PPT, okay. So we have a startup accounts instance, okay, and company account intercompany. Okay, so let's create a few more segment value sets. Intercompany. Okay. So normally for company and intercompany, you can use the same value set. Okay. So not required to create anyway because the intercompany transactions means so the debit company and credit company is not equal. Then you can call it as intracompany. So if you have any requirement like that, so to create the chart of accounts, then you can create this one. So otherwise, you can use the same value set for your company segment and intracompany. Okay. So let's try to create one more value set for the location. Okay. So leave it this one. So Tata location. Okay. Okay. Now the next one is product. So we'll go by this Excel sheet actually. Okay. The next one is products. So I want to use the four value set size. Okay. So what is next? Location done, product done, and future one. Okay. Future one and future two. Why I'm creating this many segments, we'll see. Okay. So I created for future two. So defaultly I'm using four. So you can maybe it's completely depends on your business requirement. Okay, what is the size of the value set in? Okay, and save it and close. Okay, so I have created my value set. So what is the value set? So value set is the combination of values. So next one we have to create the values for this value set. So what are the values you can able to see here, right? So for the company, so these are the 101, 102, 103. These are the companies. So like for account segment, we have a list of accounts in all. Okay, we'll see that. So how to create values in all. Okay. So what next? So just save and close. So next one is come to creating the structure. Okay. Okay. So before creating our structure, we have a concept called flexible. Okay. So just you can come to Select the general ledger is application. Okay, click the search. So this is the one. So what is flexible? So flexible means flexible field which is used to capture the mandatory or not mandatory business information. Okay, and it is a free field and very flexible. Okay, so we cannot write any program, so we can use the seeded one. So, okay, so we have a three types of flexibles are there. One is the key flexible, and one is the descriptive flexible, and one is the extensible flexible. Okay, so what is the key? So key flexible is the mandatory flexible. Okay, and descriptive flexible and extensible is not mandatory the flexible. And key flexible is the one the application specific. For example, if we are taking general ledger, okay, so what is the flexible name here? Accounting flexible. So this is like a specific to your application. Okay, so you have to create the structure, means you have to create in this general ledger application, and you have to use the accounting flexible structure. Okay, so just click the manage structure here. Okay, so now I am going to create my structure now. Okay, so this is my structure code. So you want to search it. So if already created, you can, otherwise you can create the new one. Okay, so you can give the structure name. Okay, just you can save it. This is like a delimiter. Okay, here you can add the segments to your structure. Okay, got it. So normally in the real-time project, what happened? Customer point of view, on the what basis customer will decide chart of account segment. Okay, so on the what basis? For example, we have a number of segments like company, account, location, intercompany, and so on the what basis customer will decide the segments we have to know. And the second point is chart of account is a foundational setup, okay, which is the plays a key role in the enterprise. Okay, this is not only specific to GL. The same chart of accounts we can share into in the GL and subledger applications like AP, AR, and whatever the integrated and reporting tools, so etc. etc. So we can share the same chart of account. And okay, so that's why once you free the chart of accounts, we cannot change the chart of. Why means it is very cost impact and time consuming to modify the chart of account. At the same time, the system also will not support to the chart of account. Okay, got it. So on the, so how many segments do you need for your business? Okay, so everything is completed, your documentation is completed. Now we are going to configure. So before that, so you have to capture the requirement from the customer. So you have to ask the customers how many segments they need for their enterprise. This one, chart of account structure. Okay, it's completely depends on their business. Okay, entering and reporting. Okay, like if business is going to track the segment wise, so entering they want to track the balances wise, and they want to track the entry wise. So like for example, they want to tracking revenue. Okay, then what happened? They has to define a segment called product segment. Okay, so if they have any product manufacturing company, then you have to define the product one. No, they want to, they have a some intercompany transactions. Okay, in this case we have to create the intercompany segment, and they need a one future segment. So in this case, like for example, if any new businesses are merging something for future purposes, then you can use the, you can create the future segments. So like this they can track it. Okay, so let's try to create segments here. Go to add button. So this one. Okay, so you can enter the segment code, like I'm entering like Tata underscore company. So this is my our segment name. So API is like for reporting, so automatically it will come. Okay, and this one description of this and which sequence. So for example, if we're coming to this one, so our segment is the first one, account segment company is the first one, and account segment is the second one, and department is the third one. So you can give the sequence number. Okay, so display width, you can give how many characters you want to display. Okay, you can this one. And what is the column now? So this is belongs to, this segment is belongs to which segment? Segment 1. Okay, and just now we have created value set, right? So we can attach that same value set in the company segment. So where is that? This is our, so company. Is it fine? So we have created one segment per company. So this is the information we need. Okay, the next one is segment labels. Okay, segment labels are, okay, so for company segment we have to assign the primary balancing. So the segment label name called primary balancing. Just you can track it. Okay, so you can able to, just you can save it. So this is the way you can create your uh, this one company segment. Okay, is it fine? So why I am assigning primary balancing segment label to this company? Okay, what happened? So it is the balancing the entries for your company level. So by assigning this segment label called primary balancing, what happened? It is balancing the entries. Okay, at the company level. Okay, so what is balancing here? For example, you are entering one debit account 101 and credit also 101. So if you are entering different account 102, then what happened? It is called as intra company. So to balancing the company for your debit and credit, we will use this qualifier, which is your segment label. Okay, and segment labels are identified for your segments. Segment labels are used to identify the your segments. Okay, so by assigning this segment qualifier, so what is that? So segment label, primary balancing segment, then I can tell that this is my company segment. Okay, so this is the way also you can tell. Just you can save and close. So what is my next segment? So I want to create my next segment as a account. Okay, you can give the name. So what is the sequence of the segment? So you want to maintain as a 2. So segment 2. So you can give the sequence as a 2. Okay, and what is the display width? So you can give 5 or whatever. So as per your requirement, display width. And this is my second segment. So you can assign this is my second segment. After that, just you can assign the value set for your company value set to the account segment. Okay, this is fine. So after that, which segment label you want to assign? So we have to select as a natural account segment. So what happened? So by assigning this one, the system will identify this segment is a account segment first point, and it will tell what is the nature of the account. So what is the nature of the, what is the nature? For example, if you're taking this Excel sheet, so we have a account called salary account, right? And we have a one account called cash account. So what is the nature of this? Salary is a which type of account? It is a expense account. Okay, and cash is asset account. Okay, So like this, the system will identify the nature of the nature of the natural account segment by assigning this. Okay, so for our account segment, you got it right. Just you can save and close, and we'll create next one is our department. So this is my third segment. Okay, so you can use display width and you can use the segment is a third one, and you can attach your value set. So department or cost center, whatever, so the same. Okay, so in case of if we are using, if we are implementing FA, in this case the cost center segment is the mandate. Okay, so we don't have any we have a one qualifier cost center segment for this, so you can attach that. Okay, so what happened, it represent the company functional area. So what is the functional area for our a company? So by using this segment label, so you can tell that. Okay, and just you can save and close. So let's create one more segment, two more segments. So like we need intercompany. Okay, so I'm not creating any value set for my intercompany, so I can use the same value set. Okay, because the list of companies is the same for your company and intercompany. So this is my fourth segment. So remaining is the same, so you can select your segment and all and value set. So I can use the company one. Okay, so what is my next one? So I want to use to track the revenue, so I want to use the product segment. So this is my, so I want to maintain sequence number is a 4 5. So display width, and this is my fifth segment. So we don't have any qualifiers for this, so only two are mandatory here. One is the company segment and one is the account segment. And in case if you are using FA and also, then in this case cost center also mandatory, so we don't have any segment label for this. Okay, and you can attach your value set here. Oh, we did a mistake in the description. Okay, you can change it now. Issue. Okay, okay, fine. So the next one is, so location I want to create. So this is my sixth one. Okay, and you can give the display width, and this is my sixth segment. and you can attach your location values. Save and close. So for future purpose, I am creating two more segments. Okay. This is my seventh segment, and you can give the display width. Okay, whatever. So you can select as a seventh segment this one, and you can select your value set. So we don't have any segment label for this. Just you can save and close. And the next one is future 2. This is my eighth segment. Okay. One minute. A segment short prompt. Okay. Just one. Let's create new one. See, once you assign the segments, so okay, so cannot use the same segments for again another one. So one segment for one value set and one this one. Okay, column name, and you can attach the value set code here. Okay, so now we created the structure. Okay, we created the Tata chart of account structure with these segments. Okay, so here mandatory segments are two. One is the company segment and one is the account segment, and remaining are not mandatory. So if you business can differ normally in the real-time implementation projects, what happens? So they will create 7 segments, 8 segments, 9 segments like that. In this case only, this case also we have it two mandatory. One is the company segment and one is the account. Okay. So I can enter my journal entry without future also. I can enter my journal entry without location also, but I cannot enter my journal entry without company and account. So that's why these two are the mandatory. Okay. This is the key flexible, and we have a different types of flexibles, right? Descriptive also one type of flexible, that is not key flexible. So okay, that is the user to add the additional information to the our form. Okay, so the same way the extension also is like a similar to the descriptive flexible. So right now we're concentrating on the only key flexible, so because we need the key flexible to create the chart of accounts. So that's why. So just you can save and close. So if you want to see the chart of accounts, see the key flexible is the accounting key flexible. The key flexible we can see irrespective of application wise. So for example, if we are going to fixed assets, then there is also one key flexible. The name is like a asset category, asset location, asset key. For general ledger, we have a key flexible name called accounting flexible. Okay. So let's open our structure again. Okay. Just you can click the search button. Okay. Just click edit. Okay. No, this is not ours. Someone created with the same name. Okay. Go to this one. So this is ours. Okay. So this is the way you can create our chart of account structure. Okay. And now we'll see how to create the chart of account instance. Okay. So save and close and go to manage structure instance. Okay. So here you can click the add button and you can create the your instance. Okay. So instance is nothing but your copy of your chart of account. Okay. This is your copy to the chart of accounts normal. Okay. So what is the instance we will see now? So by using the instance, okay, it's normally it will first let's enter instance here. Okay, just you can select your chart of account structure name here first. Okay, so what happened now? So you are able to see all your list of your segments which you already configured in the chart of account. Okay, structure. So the same segments are showing here also in the instance also. Okay, so in this case, why we need to create one more setup called instance. Okay, so normally instance is showing as a copy of your chart of account, right? So let's open on Excel now. So if you see this, we have our structure is the Tata Enterprise structure. So the main structure having these many segments. How many? 8 segments we have. Okay. So for this business, so again Tata having it Tata Healthcare business and Tata Corporate and Tata Motor. Okay. So now the business requirement is so they want to use the different segments. Okay, maybe this one. So the first business, which is your healthcare business. Okay, healthcare business they want to use only 5 segments, and your Tata Corporation they want to use only 6 segments, and your Tata Motor so they want to use 8 segments. So this is the requirement actually. So in this case, what we need to do? So we have to create the chart of account instance for your each business. So the enterprise level, we have only chart of account sites. So here we can exclude your segments here business. For example, here we have only 5 segments, right? So we can exclude remaining whatever they don't want. So we can exclude that. So this is the purpose we are creating chart of account instance. Okay, how to exclude everything we'll see in the system configuration. Okay, so you got it right. So Tata is having 3 businesses. They want to use different chart of account instance. So for each chart of account instance, they have a list of segments. This one. Okay. So you can exclude the segments whichever they don't want to use. You got it? I think so. Okay. This is the business name, and this is our chart of account instance name, and this is for our segments. So let's try to create in the instance now. So this is one. Okay. So this is the purpose you are using the, so how to exclude the segments here. So for example, you are creating this structure instance, okay, for your first business, which is your healthcare business. Okay, so in this case, what we need to write here, some instance healthcare something. Okay, so healthcare instance. So normally for each business we have a different ledgers also. Okay, so the chart of accounts you can attach at the ledger level. So we have a different ledgers for each business. Okay, the chart of accounts is the same, but instance is the difference. Okay, so we're attaching the chart of account instance to our ledger, not the chart of accounts. And remaining is like enabled and dynamic combination creation allowed. So what happens? So if you are using this again, same sheet. So this is called code, right? So 101 is the code, and this one is also code, and 100 also code. So this one entire this one you can call it as a code combinations. So if you enable this checkbox, do you want to allow dynamically creating the combination in the system? So automatically the system will create the combination. Okay. So if you're not enabling this one, what happens? You have to create the combinations manually. For example, here I'm going to enter new account, which is the revenue account. So this is my combination. For example, I'm going to enter new entry like this one, which is our revenue. So we have to enter manually this combination. Okay, and you can use this one. So if you are enable allow dynamic, no need to enter. So the system automatically dynamically it will create the combination. Okay, then now what is our requirement now? Okay, so our requirement is Tata. So we want how many segments we need now. So for Tata Healthcare we need only these segments. So first one, this one account and product. So completely depends on. So how to exclude this one? Okay, go to here, edit button here. Okay, so here you're able to see, right? So are you going to use this segment? So then you can enable the required. So otherwise no. So like this you can this one. So are you going to display that? So whatever you don't want to use, you can disable this one. So this is the way you can create your chart of accounts and all. So you can exclude and exclude the segments from your chart of accounts for your chart of account instance. Is it fine? So let's create the chart of accounts instance now. So we have created the instance. Okay. So for example, here, yeah. So we have 8 segments here. So can use the 8 segments right now. Okay, no issue. Just you can save and close. Okay, done. Once you create the chart of accounts and chart of account instance, we have to deploy the chart of accounts. Okay, so we have one more setup. We have to deploy this. Okay. This deployment is at the structure level. Okay, for example, we have created a number of chart of accounts. Unfortunately, one chart of accounts got failed. Okay, so then it will got into pay remaining also. So this normally in the real time you cannot face this type of issues. Okay, so just you can deploy flexible here. So it will take some time, maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So the next one we'll see the how to create the values for your values set. Okay, our structure is ready. So now we need to create the values for our sort of value set in them. Okay, so we'll create the value set for the each value set. So what is value set? What is flexible? Okay. So what is the value? See, the flexible is the flexible field which is used to capture the mandatory, not mandatory. Okay. And flexible is the combination of value set. And what is the value set? Value set is the combination of values. No, the sorry, the flexible is combination of segments, and segments is the combination of value set, and value set is the combination of value. What is the value? Value is just like a unit code. Okay, so like 101. Okay, 20032. So unit code. So this is simple definition for creating your chart of accounts. Okay, it's taking time. Yeah, so this is completed. So deployment is completed successfully. Just you can close this one. So now try to create a values for your value set. Okay. So just click done button. Okay, go to values here. So manage chart of accounts value set values. Okay. So you can select your value sets here. So the first one is, so you can enter company. So how many companies do you want to maintain your structure? Just come to here. Okay. And for example, I have entered my value set size is a 3. So if you try to enter some more than 3, then what happens? The system will throw into error. So we'll see that one also. Okay. So first we'll enter a simple one. Okay. So enables. Are you going to use? Then you have to enable this. What is the start date and what is the end date? And this is summary. Okay. Are you going to use the summary and all? So you can give the summary level. Okay. And the next one is allow budgeting and allow posting. So are you going to use the same value set for your allow posting? Okay. So depends on you. Okay. So per parent allow accounts, so we cannot allow the posting. So per child accounts, you can allow the posting is yes. Allow posting yes. Are you going to use the same value for budgeting? So you can, if you want, you can use the same value. So otherwise, no. Okay. It's completely. For example, if we're trying to enter one more value with the more than characters, okay, three characters. So what the system will see, for example, this one, okay, save, save, it's telling. So your value set size is the three, so you can enter only three characters. The system will not allow more than characters. Simple, okay, very simple to define the value set. We have a Excels also. Just you can save and close. So remaining value sets also we will see. So next is the account. Okay. So go to account value set and click the manage values, create value. So for example, you want to maintain some universal numbering system. So you can maintain. Okay. So one series is like assets and four series like revenue, something you can do. So this is five characters. Okay. So right now I want to enter some cash account here. Okay. So remaining is the same. So allow budgeting is the same and allow posting is the same. So if you are coming to this one, okay, account type, okay. So by assigning natural account segment label to your account segment, so okay, you can able to see the account type and all. So the cash account is what is the type of the account, okay, what is the nature of the account. So you can enter the nature of the account. So third party control. So are you going to use this account for the third party and are you going to use the reconcile with this account value? So you want to do, you can do that. So like this, you can enter all the accounting values. For example, I want to maintain 7 series, okay, like some liability account all. So we have a account called return earnings accounts, okay, so which is mandatory setup in ledger. So you can enter that. So return earnings account, it may be asset or liability. Okay, so you can select as a liability account here and you want to, so this is the way, so you can enter all the list of accounts which is provided by customer. So he will give the all the account and he will give the list of uh, locations and he will give the list of cost centers, everything he will provide, just you can configure in the system. Okay, so you can able to see the all the account type. For example, you are going to enter revenue account, then the account type is the revenue. If you are going to enter any expense account like salary, rent, okay, operating expenses, whatever, so then in this case the accounting type is the expenses. So are you going to use any budget accounts? In this case you have to select the account type as a budget, debit and credit. Okay, so ownership equality, normally the return earnings account, okay, you can use as a ownership equality. What it will do means at that part of year closing, okay, you have an income statement and expense account, right? So it will transfer from prior year to your next year in the beginning balances. Okay, so by using this account, okay, so we'll see at the time of ledger configuration, so where the impact will see, we'll see in that. So right now just we are configuring the return earnings account as a value. So remaining segments also have to define same way. Okay, so the next one is department. So can give department as no department. So remaining, see, you are not able to see any account type here. Okay, because we're assigning the cost center department to the cost center, so which is not belongs to your natural account level, right? So that's why remaining is the same. So you can enter the number of list of values here. Okay, and future use. So right now we're not going to use this segments, so we can give that just default one. Okay, so this is which purpose you are going to use. So in the future purpose, you can use the future segment again. And the same way for future 2 also. And this is for our location. Okay, so you can enter the location values. So still what are there? Location done and product is there. Okay. So you can give the list of products. Okay. So which is provided by the customer. So I'm entering all our dummy values. Okay. So now we have entered the values and all. So this is the way you can create our chart of accounts. So first we have to create our value set. Then you have to create our structure. In the structure, you have to create the segments. In the segments, you have to assign the value set. After that, once you've done, you have to create the instance as per your business requirement. And after that, so you have to create, uh, deploy the flexible. Okay, then you can create the values in down. Okay, just you can save and close. Okay, so the next one is your forces is ready. Okay, so like calendar is ready and currency is the ready and chart of accounts is the ready. So about accounting conversion method, so normally the Oracle is provided a CDED, so which is the standard accrual and standard cash. Okay, you can use the accounting method. Still, if you want to create any custom accounting method, you can create as per your business requirement. Now we will take it as a standard one, which is our standard accrual accounting method. Okay, so now forces is ready to create the ledger. What is the ledger? Ledger is the combination of forces again. Okay. So we can enter the all the forces into the ledger. So how to create the ledger we'll see now. Okay. So you know the navigation, then come to here. So if you don't know the navigation, then you can search it here also. Okay. So go to ledgers like this also you can do. Otherwise, if you know the navigation, you come to here. Okay. So initially some it's very difficult to remember the navigation. Okay. So let's create to primary ledger now. So you can give the our ledger name data. Okay, PL. So we have a different types of ledgers are there. One is our primary ledger and one is the secondary ledger and one is the reporting ledger. Okay. So which currency you are using for the if you want to use the INR, so you can give the INR. Okay, and here you can attach your chart of accounts. Okay, so this is mine. Okay. So these are the not chart of account structure. These are the chart of account structure instance. Okay. Because if you see this one, Okay, this is the structure, right? So each business can maintain different primary ledger. So healthcare is the one primary ledger and corporation is one primary ledger like this. So that's why for this enterprise structure, chart of account structure, we have to create the chart of account structure instance. So that's why for each ledger we are attaching the chart of account structure instance here. Okay. So the next one you can select your calendar here and the currency is INR. Okay. So normally currencies are different currencies so you can say while processing your business. For example, our ledger currency and our functional currency is the same. Okay. And transaction currency may be your functional currency or it may be foreign currency. So foreign, what is the foreign currency? Which is other than your ledger currency. You can call it as a foreign currency. So the next one is you can select your accounting method as a standard accrual, which is the seeded from the Oracle. Okay. How to create the accounting method and everything we'll see in the next session. Okay. So right now I'm taking as a standard one. Just you can save and close. So this is for your basic ledger. So after that, you have to create the ledger options and all. So we'll see in the next session. Okay. So I hope everyone can create our chart of accounts. Okay. Forces. So we'll meet in the next session. So thank you for watching.